murder. The case remains unsolved to this day. Number 6. Sister Tadia Benz. On Halloween of 1981, an elderly nun by the name of Tadia Benz was raped and murdered in a convent in the town of Amarillo, Texas. The frustrated authorities decided to blame a teenager named Johnny Frank Garrett, who lived across the street from the convent. Police claimed that Johnny had confessed, although no recording or evidence of it was shown in court. Vital evidence had been thrown away, and the hair found at the crime scene didn't match Johnny's. Investigators strengthened their claim by having found Johnny's fingerprints in the convent, but Johnny had been visiting the place regularly to help the nuns. Johnny was executed by lethal injection in a Texas state prison. It is widely accepted that Johnny was a victim of poor defense attorneys and overzealous prosecutors who wanted to have the taking the fall for the murder. Number 5. Veronica Safransky. It was 1996 when Veronica Safransky went to a Halloween party at a bar in Warren, Minnesota with a friend. She was dressed as Pocahontas, which was a trendy costume at that time after Disney's recent release of the animated film. Veronica certainly caught someone's attention as she was seen leaving the bar with a man and never to be seen again. Days later, part of Veronica's costume was found near a roadside, not far from the bar she left from that night. The man who was with her, identified as Kevin Spearman, turned out to be a convicted criminal with a record of sexual assault 9 years prior and having served 3 years in prison. The man only admitted to having left the bar with her, but denied knowing what happened afterwards. With no proof, authorities were forced to release Spearman without any charges, although they heavily suspected him. Until this day, the case has not been solved, and Veronica's friends and family insist that the police had done a terrible job with the investigation. Number 4. Nima Louise Carter. When parents place their babies in a crib for the night, the last thing they would expect is to have the baby missing the next morning. Sadly, this is what happened to George and Rose Carter from Lawton, Oklahoma. After placing their 1.5-year-old baby daughter to sleep in her crib on Halloween night in 1977, they awoke to find her gone. Panicking, they searched everywhere, but not only did they not find their baby, there were no signs of the intruder at all, as the doors and windows were still locked. It is theorized that the abductor had snuck into the house earlier, hid in the closet, and snuck out with the baby while the parents were fast asleep. About a month later, a group of children were playing in an abandoned house not far from the Carter home. As they opened the house's refrigerator, to their horror, a rotting corpse of a baby came tumbling out. The body was confirmed to be the missing Nima Louise Carter. She had died from asphyxiation. More than a year prior, a pair of 3-year-old twin girls from the same city were abducted from their grandparents' home in the middle of the day while watching TV. They were found a couple days later, locked inside a refrigerator in an abandoned house. One had died from suffocation, while the other managed to survive. The little survivor named her babysitter Jacqueline Rubidoux as their abductor. However, authorities were unable to implicate the woman from nothing but the testimony of a 3-year-old child. Rubidoux eventually became the babysitter for the earlier mentioned Nima Louise Carter. She became an obvious suspect for Nima's murder, but was again set free due to lack of evidence. It wasn't until 5 years later that Rubidoux received a guilty verdict for the kidnapping of the twins and was sentenced to life imprisonment. However, she maintained her innocence all along and died of liver failure in 2005, never having admitted to the still unsolved murder of Nima Louise Carter.